And we'll get the count going. Which makes our production staff happy. There we go. There's the count. See you in a minute.
Amongst the volcanic islands of the South Pacific, opposing fleets vie for dominance across a small archipelago of lush tropical islands. The green palm trees and white sandy beaches will shortly be sullied by the gray of steel and black of gunpowder, and only one team will be declared champion. This is Trap. Trap is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from southwest to northeast. The A cap is in the bottom left, B is towards the center, and C is in the top right. Each capture point has a unique island configuration that makes both assaulting and defending it a particular challenge. In the extreme southwest corner, the A cap is the least congested by islands, but remains exceptionally claustrophobic due to its proximity to the map borders. The northern and northeastern cap edges have some island cover that can be utilized by Allied cruisers, but there are precious few places to hide, and even fewer places to run. The half-submerged caldera in the center of B cap is a magnet for friendly destroyers seeking shelter from enemy fire, but hugging it too tightly, or failing to recognize when it's time to cut losses and retreat, has cost more than one intrepid destroyer captain their ship. Just a few more leagues to the northeast, the capture circle of Cap C is wide open, but the perimeter is anything but. A half-dozen islands are scattered along the rim, and when added to those nearby, offer friendly cruisers a myriad of nooks and crannies from which to spring radar on unsuspecting destroyers as they vie for control. Trap is a challenging map for even seasoned teams to play well. Historically, action has tended to move in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion centered around the B cap, but will that remain true as new teams and new strategies enter the mix? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Trap.
Rubber game of the match here. We're down to Trap, the map that nobody wanted, nobody picked. It's the leftover, so it's the map that everything comes down to as we play for all the marbles here in the third place game.
Massive shout out for Famu, who's coming in here. Raid. Hello,
Goodness.
Everyone coming in from the European King of the Sea. This is NA Grand Finals.
Indeed, we are on game 5 of the third place match here for NA. SCCC versus Rogue Fleet, which has been, frankly, so far, Kami, a barn burner of a match.
It's been an awesome match.
This has been a great match.
So, looking at the lineups, SCCC has gone back to their tried and true.
That's right.
Like,
hey, look, the 2 games that they've won, they brought no destroyers, so it must be working.
yeah, so let's go back to it. I mean, it's game 5, right? Everything's on the table.
Right, absolutely.
So looking at the split, RF is split evenly. Worcester, 2 Henris and a Montana to C.
Okay.
And the Gearing, Henri, Worcester, Montana to A.
Okay, we caught a glimpse of that. We can see them. We can see both the battleships right now, and we caught a glimpse of the Worcester and the Henri headed to A. SCCC has opted for a bit of a 5-3 split, sending quadruple Henri plus Yamato going to C, chugging up the 7-8 line at the moment, as the Worcester, the Minotaur, and Fuzzballs' Montana head down towards A. Both teams apparently just looking at the B cap and saying, nope, 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 nope.
So far, they're just like, you know what? Let's not get into B.
It's funny, right? Because I've seen teams play. Every team seems to play this map a little different.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, so it looks like both of these teams have decided, hey, we're just gonna go to the flanks. We're gonna fight over the A and C cap
and see what happens.
And maybe at some point we look at B.
That's right. Maybe if the getting's good, we'll get B. But until then, let's just try for kills. Now, what's interesting is that with only the 1 destroyer, the health advantage for SCCC is there, but it's not extreme. It's about 30k or so, a little less than we had seen earlier when there were some. We had, what was it, game 3? I think it was. It was like 60k or something.
Yeah.
They had a huge health advantage in that game. No, it was game 2. Game 2. That was the last time they brought double destroyers. That's right.
So RF is targeting Frice. They spotted Frice. I think he's behind the island already. I don't think.
Well, he's about to be. They might be able to get shells over. He's on a very shallow, not very tall part of the island right now. If they had eyes on him, they could get shells on him, but that's about to be over.
Zuko, the Gearing, is on A. It looks like Fei is definitely...
Fei is in the cap,
yeah.
No question. Frice is right behind him, and Fuzzballs of Montana is right behind there. There goes Fei's radar, picking up the Gearing, literally at extreme range, just long enough for the Gearing to get out of range.
Yep, so Zuko's pushed off the cap. Mush's planes are around.
Frice has smoke. It's very obvious this game now.
What?
Frice is smoking up Fei's Worcester, and as we see the torpedoes coming in,
he has the consumable.
He does.
We
know for a fact now what he's packing in this game in terms of consumable choices. So they're going to leave Feifei in the smoke. Freiss had to push up. Freiss is actually out of the smoke on the front edge as those torpedoes go down his port side.
Interesting. Okay.
But the smoke is not really on the cap.
Yeah.
If they're going to cap this cap, they cannot use the smoke.
Yeah, it's a little bit too far.
See, that's the thing. Unless you're running legendary Worcester smoke, you don't get a lot. You only get 2 or 3 puffs out of the base. I'm sorry, Worcester smoke. Minotaur smoke. You only get 2 or 3 puffs.
So it looks like so far they capped A. And what's interesting is they capped the cap where the DD went to, right? So that's a big shift in their fortune. Now the DD's back on the cap now. We see him contesting, but SCCC up to this point in the match has not really had an early cap advantage. Bryce backing off the cap now, probably spotted, so he's back in the smoke. So I'm looking at C right now.
A lot of
and
Henris
there's a
in C.
whole lot of Henris in
There's
C.
a whole friggin' Maginot line full of Henris in C. Hon.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you talked about this, right? Where they just get a bunch of Henris.
Well, we typically see them run this strategy on Land of Fire. We saw them do it in both the quarterfinals and the semifinals. But of course here, on this particular map, I'm sorry, not Land of Fire, Tears of the Desert. But Tears of the Desert was banned by Rogue Fleet for this match, so maybe they can't do it here. They're trying it on Trap.
Now, we saw them get a lot of cruisers into a cap before, and it became a very bad situation for them. This is looking a little bit... They're going to cap it, but now what do they do with all these Henris?
That's a fascinating question. We see now Henri, Worcester, Montana up north, so we know the approximately the amount of RF firepower that's up there. They could continue to push. I think the Montana would give them a bit of a pause. Jake is a bit caught out here. He's going to have to take a rocket strike now.
They are focusing Jake.
Yeah, they're focusing Jake hard, and the Tiny Tims will probably do bad things to the Henri. Yeah, he takes about 6 or 7K there. Does put the fires out. But,
So, if you're looking at this exchange right now, RF is focusing on Jake and the Henri. And it looks like SCCC's Henris were kind of focusing on Golden Grams / Legacy Elite at, a long ways.
Well, that's the thing, is that RF is doing a really good job of rotating who these guys can see, right? They have no shots on Flying Penguin. The Worcester is too close to the island.
Yep.
They can see Legacy. It looks like they were farming HP off of Golden Grams, but I think in the end it's going to cost them Jake for this cap. I'm not sure that's a great trade. I'm with you, right? Like, what we saw them do before when they've run this strategy on Tears of the Desert is they push everybody through the cap, and then they only really kind of pull the handbrakes once they're on the far side of the cap. But now they're stopped in the cap.
Yeah, and it looked like, for a second, it looked like they just stopped.
Yes,
like they all kind of just...
They absolutely did.
And it ended up costing them Jake from State Farm.
Well, it did, because, you gave the other team time to react and pause. Dan's just got hammered by something before the torpedoes even got there.
And so Blackhawk here is probably going to get traded away.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Dan that was by Blackhawk. I mean...
Blackhawk had a beautiful shot on him and just wasted him. What amazing... That torpedo drop by the midway, he put 2 into Dan's stern, and the SFNL ate the other 4. Because the Henris were stacked so close together.
Hey,
what a brilliant midway drop.
Captain Badger right now is saying, hey, Mush can do it, so can I.
We've spent so much time talking about Mush this match, and with good reason, given some of the plays he's had. But it's not as if Badger has had a bad match at all. He's been playing very well.
Flying Penguin
is in trouble. Well, so is Fuzzy Collie. Like, look at this. What a bloodbath at sea.
See, they have just turned into a brawl.
There's just an abattoir of Henris. They're just dead everywhere. Fuzzy will be out momentarily. SFNL will be right behind him, possibly. I can't believe this.
What's interesting is the Yamato kind of turned off. So he the Henris kept pushing.
Yeah, and he just kind of didn't.
He took his HP.
Yeah,
and left the fight kind of.
Okay, Fuzzy manages to salvage his ship. He's on about 3,700 HP. So he's alive until the carrier decides to come back and bomb him out of existence.
Yeah, SFNL is still like. Looks maybe a little under half, maybe
a little under half. He's about 20K. He's not quite as unhealthy as Fuzzy Collie is.
So the Yamato, last spotted, was headed towards B. Well, Figuring is in B. Zuko is. They're heading.
Who else is in B? Fryce's Minotaur.
So this is gonna be.
But we know Fryce has no radar. We have no way. He has no way to spot the gearing.
Big shout out to Flatbass for the Well, thank you guys for coming in. This is the NA Finals 8.
Yep.
8.
King at C8 here on NA. This is the third place match. Game 5 of the third place match. Bryce has got his hydro up. He sees the torpedo strike coming into the smoke now. He'll be able to do something about it, but it is going to force him back off the cap.
Fuzzy Collie is spotted again. Captain Badger has brought the bombers.
Here come the bombs. We knew this was coming. Fuzzy's healing, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. I think this bomb strike surely is going to kill him. Yep.
And he has enough planes to come around and bomb SFNL as well.
He'll absolutely do a drop on SFNL. SCCC sends 4 Henris to C, and only one of them is alive now, and we're not even to the halfway mark of the match.
He's kind of alive.
He's alive.
He's half alive.
He's not dead.
Not yet.
But that's only a matter of time, but he's not dead.
But Captain Badger is doing a good job. He's doing a good job this game of going and finding those low health targets and getting those guns, off the board.
Just like we talked about, the carrier's role is very different now than it used to.
And now you look at the Yamato, who he was full health.
Whoa, what happened to that poor guy? It must have been a Montana salvo?
He was full health when he...
Goodness, Wiz HD's Montana just took a huge salvo as well down south. That must have been the Yamato. Maybe? Could have been. Yeah.
So
no, his guns aren't even pointed that way. What the hell hit him?
So Zuko is smoked up right next to the Yamato.
Oh my gosh. Where are the torpedoes? They're coming, aren't they?
They've just been fired.
Agion had no idea he was there. He's got Henri torpedoes in front of him.
Oh, let's see.
It runs out just shy of his hull. But everybody shooting at poor Agion pushed all the way to basically the rogue fleet spawning side of the map.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit overextended.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what SCCC was hoping to get out of this push.
I originally thought he was going to turn... The way he was originally spotted was he was going from C to B.
Yeah.
And then he gets spotted again, dead, basically.
That leaves SFNL on a lone SCCC surviving ship on the entire northern half of the map. They're down 2 ships, tied on caps as the A cap ticks for no one right now. Speaking of, let's go have a look at what's going on down here. It's been a while.
We got Wiz. He's backing up from being beached.
Yeah,
but he is well angled to Fuzzballs, and Fuzzballs is just he's just pushing him. I mean, Fuzzballs is gonna try to get a good angle. I'm not sure if he's gonna get a good enough angle to do massive damage, but he'll be able to chip away.
I don't think Fuzz can get a good angle without giving up too bad of an angle himself. But here comes Mush with the AP bombs.
Let's watch him.
Ooh, good 10K or so there.
Here comes Fei Fei. So they're definitely gonna come out here. Fei Fei is pushed out. They're going to focus down Wiz. I don't think Wiz is looking at Fei Fei.
Gonna get a salvo off, though. He's gonna burn out in seconds. Time's running out.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Well, SFNL dies up on the extreme northern edge of the map. Bryce's Minotaur pushes the gearing out of the B cap as somebody, it must be Get Wrecked, is still up ahead of Fuzzballs, clinging to that island.
Let's see.
SCCC owns a cap on the other 2, ticking up the other 2 actually now as Get Wrecked backs out of the cap, but on a huge health disadvantage.
So Fuzzballs, he is charging Get Wrecked. I mean,
well, we talked about this, like, why not? If you don't, it's not like he has the torpedoes, but I mean, he's burning. He's gonna die.
Did he?
Surely, if he was gonna DCP or heal, he'd have done it by now. And there he goes.
So Fei Fei is gonna get set up in A, and it looks like right now they're gonna have triple cap.
Well, they are, but they're down 3 ships, so they can't hold it. I mean, they're down to a Worcester and a Minotaur and the carrier.
Yep.
The destroyer now, Zuko's gearing literally could just run to the 1 line while he lets his teammates mop up what's left of SCCC.
Zuko is headed to C.
Okay.
He's
got to be careful. The Minotaur's headed that way as well.
Yeah, and I think he caught a small glimpse of him as he was crossing the gap.
He probably did. There are torps out at the Minotaur, but he's going to dodge them easily. He must have had his hydro on or something. They were spotted.
Mush is torping Golden Grams.
Now, that would be a big kill because Golden was the main focus of all the Henri hate up north. Golden's going to take both those torps. Is it going to be enough to kill him, though?
I don't think it's
going to be enough with the alpha damage. Is he going to flood? Oh, we lost sight of him. We have no idea.
He is not flooding.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on 4,800 HP.
Bryce knows the destroyer is on C now, but he'd already turned back to B. He can't go up there. Looks like Mush is going to send a rocket strike out there, but I don't think it's going to get there in time to stop the cap.
Yeah, so it looks like Bryce from our side here has kind of tucked in right there by the edge of that.
He has.
Maybe just try to set up an ambush on the Henri.
Yep.
Oh, no,
There's the Henri. He's on the extreme northern end of the cap.
He just crossed the gap. So Frice is now...
Oh, Golden Grams is... Oh, maybe he's golden for Golden Grams? I'm not sure. Grams' Montana is very low.
Oh, Frice is turned north.
Yeah, Frice is charging. I think SCCC has hit a point where they've decided that this is over and they're just going to go for it. And, well, it's not going to work out for them. They do get Golden Grams, but it costs Frice's ship.
That was a very interesting maneuver there. But we go down to the A cap.
It's a big Worcester staring contest is what's going on down here.
Yeah, but one Worcester has help.
Yeah, Ossium's going to come around and end that staring contest very quickly.
Let's just watch the time. The timing's got to still be good, because Feifei will still be able to put out a lot of damage. But
he will.
I think Ossium has torpedoes again.
Between the torpedoes and the reload booster, I don't believe it's a fight that Feifei can win.
So they're going to push him around. Feifei's going to try to run around the corner, and they're going to play a little bit of ring around the rosy here.
Well, Captain Badger's going to add some dive bombers to the equation and see if he can get some chip damage here.
Those are looking, let's see.
Gets a little more than chip damage. He gets about 10k.
Here it comes, yep.
Oh, AP right through that flat spot at the stern of the Worcester. Well, that's going to be it. And momentarily, Rogue Fleet will already on all the caps. They'll own all the caps. 5 minutes in the game, but this will be over long before that. Just like last game, just like game 4, everybody's dead for SCCC.
And honestly, nobody's really healthy. That healthy on RF.
Right, nobody's really healthy, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
1 hit point is, 2 hit points is 1 more than you need.
Yep. But hey, SCCC, they fought.
They put a great match. This has been a great match, just period.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a really good shot at... I'm trying to remember, what was game 1 again? Game 1 was the game on shards. That's right, with the Henri the Yamato push up at sea.
Yeah.
Right? So they had an opportunity. They might have been able to make that game a win as well if they had reacted with the forces at A sooner than they did.
I also think that both game 4 and 5, they got too aggressive too quick.
Yes. Agreed completely. Although I will admit, I absolutely agree with you on Land of Fire, on that C push, right? Why didn't you guys just pull the handbrake and hold what you had? With the strategy that they're trying here with the Maginot Line, right? The wall of Henri's. To me, that really only works if you continue forward. If you stop, you're giving your other team time to reorient themselves and react to what you're doing.
So here's the question with that.
Mm-hmm.
What if they would have done that to the A side?
I don't know.
Because on the C side, we saw that Worcester sit behind that island.
Yeah.
And really, until they pushed him all the way out of that spot, he was able to just sit there and rain fire on
anybody felt like. Yeah, it's true.
Now, what if they were able to do that at A, where they could go around that corner and just keep going? We don't know.
We'll never know, right? But yeah, I mean, they made their play for C, probably based on spawn position. Most of the Henri spawned on that end of the line.
That might have been it as well.
They might have tried the same thing at A if the spawn had been different. I don't know.
They might have went. Yeah,
we'll never know.
Correct. Yeah, you're probably correct though.
But I feel like that one of the mistakes they made attempting that strategy here was
stopping.
Yeah. They got into the C cap and they pulled the brake and then they just sat, and it was like, no, stop, no, keep going. This works. This works because you're putting immense amounts of pressure on your opponent. If you let up on that pressure, you cede that advantage to them. All right. Well, guys, third place game is over. That will be RF is our victors there. They will be moving on to play in the crossover event in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
SCCC, unfortunately, their tournament is over, but what an amazing series. Let them know that as well. So just congratulations to both teams for making it this far. Congrats to RF on the win. Kudos to SCCC for a fantastically well-played match.
Yes.
I had a blast casting that.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. So
both those last 2 games, I mean, almost every ship was dead.
Yes. Just plenty of action. None of this, we get to the end of the match and one ship's dead stuff. None of that.
They fought for it.
Absolutely.